Hi all, welcome back to Yoga Girl in the Real World. Today's lesson is going to be for the cervical areas of the neck, and I want to target this specific area for a reason. I've been getting a lot of complaints from people I know, students, etc., that they're experiencing pain and pressure in their shoulders, their neck, their head. And there's a couple of reasons for this. First of all, most of the people that I'm getting where this is concerned are primarily female. And that's because as women, we tend to do what I call wearing our shoulders for earrings. In other words, we get stressed out and we do this. And then we wonder why we have back problems and neck problems and headaches, etc. So that's one. Second thing is that for most of us, we live a very sedentary lifestyle. We are on desks, on computers, most of our days. And even as of right now, there was a recent study that found that teenagers are developing horns, or really their bone spurs, in the occipital region back here of the head. And that's partially due to the fact that they're doing this on their phones, and even as adults. But we've gotten past the stage where our bones are growing, they haven't. So this is to help alleviate some of the pressure that builds up from our day-to-day lives. I mean, hey, we all have to work. A lot of that work does require computers, and it's taxing. It's taxing on our bodies. We don't realize it, but it absolutely is. So the first thing that we're going to do is a neck stretch that I'm sure most of my coworkers can tell you. They've seen me do this at work. I will stop periodically and actually do this at my desk or go into the ladies' room if I don't want to make a scene. It really just requires you sitting. Now, if you're comfortable on the floor, great. If you feel more comfortable in a straight back chair, great. If you're sitting on the floor, whether you're in cross-legged or a lotus pose, the only thing that you need to be mindful of is making sure that your hips are rooted to the floor. You want to make sure that your hips are down because that's going to force your back to be nice and straight. If you find that you're in a situation where your tush is kind of popping up, just fold a towel or a small throw and stick it underneath and sit on that, and that'll force your back to be nice and straight. So the first thing that we're going to do is a neck stretch that we start from prayer pose, which is this. So we're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come up. We're going to extend the arms out with the palms facing toward the ceiling. So that's supine, anatomical position of supine. And we're going to inhale and bring the right hand to the left ear. Exhaling, we're going to bring the left hand to the left shoulder. And we're going to gently start pulling the head down toward the right. Let it be cradled by the arm. Let the left shoulder drop off. And what you want to be aware of is that you're not doing this, and that you're not doing this, and you're not hunching forward, because that defeats the purpose. So we just want to allow the head to be cradled by the arm, and you're going to find that your shoulder kind of drops down naturally anyway, so just go with that motion, follow what your body is doing. And then we're going to inhale, and we're going to come up. Exhaling, we're going to release the arms out. Inhale, bring the left hand now to the right ear. Exhaling, we bring the right hand to the right shoulder, and we drop down. And now the head is cradled by the left arm, and the right shoulder drops down. Be mindful of your posture. Make sure your back stays nice and straight, that your tush is not coming up off the floor either. Breathe in. Exhaling, we're going to come up and extend out. Now we're going to inhale again, and again we'll return the right hand to the left ear. So inhaling. Exhaling, we're going to bend the left arm behind the back. Now if you can only make it down here, that's okay. If you can only rest on your lower back, great. If you can get all the way to your middle back, fabulous. And you're going to feel that stretch. You're going to feel it in a specific muscle here on the neck. It's known as a levator scapula. It's actually the culprit for most tension headaches. It's a deeper muscle versus the trapezius muscle. It's slightly deeper. and it tends to be strained when we are working on computers or when we're on our phones too much. Even stress and tension can just go right to that spot. So we're gonna inhale and we're gonna come up. Exhaling, we're gonna extend the arms outward. Make sure the shoulders drop. Inhale, return the left hand to the right ear. Exhaling, we're gonna bend the right arm behind the back. And I'm sure you just probably heard that you will hear my bones pop from time to time. It's just pressure coming out of my joints. If you experience this, that's all that it really is. Doesn't necessarily mean something is wrong. But if you feel more comfortable, definitely go to a doctor and get it checked out. And we're gonna take a breath in. And as we exhale, we're gonna raise the head, extend the arms out, inhale, and come back down into prayer pose. So it's pretty simple, and it's something that you can do sitting at your desk. And you just set a timer on your phone, and every hour just be mindful to give your body a little stretch. You need it. The other one that we're gonna do right now is a bit of a twist. So sometimes it's a little complicated to do at work, but you can, if you can manage to sit straight enough in your bed before you go to bed at night. I don't recommend this in a straight back chair. It does make it a little bit tough to do. The floor really is the best place for this. So you are going to start from prayer pose. You're going to inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to raise the arms up and you're extending the arms out. This time the palms are going to face down towards your floor. So now you're going to take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to start to twist. And you're going to twist so that your right arm is behind you and your left arm is in front of you, fingers nice and straight, as you can see mine are. Inhale. Exhale, lowering the arms and bringing them down to the floor as far as you can go. If they need to rest against your body for right now until your flexibility grows, that's fine. If you can get your palms all the way down to the floor, good on you. We're going to take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to turn the head to look over the left shoulder. As you do this, the right shoulder. I can't tell my left from my right tonight. As you do this, you're going to feel the stretch again here on the side of the neck. But you also should be feeling it in your shoulder blades near the trapezius muscles. And that is a big culprit also for migraines. A lot of times people don't realize that your migraines can generate from your cervical discs. And then we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to raise the arms and we're going to come back to center. And now we're going to go the other side. So we're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to extend the arms. Left arm goes behind us, right arm in front of us, fingers stretched out. Inhale. Exhale, lowering the arms all the way down. And then turning the head to look over the left shoulder. Hey, I got it, look at that. And now you should be feeling the strain and stretch here. And you should be feeling it in your left shoulder blade. And then we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to come up and we're going to twist back to center, making sure that the shoulders come back down. We have a tendency to do this. It's normal, it's a natural flow. And we're going to turn the palms back up. Inhale. Coming back down into prayer pose and dropping the hands into the lap. One more thing that I am going to show you is called backward prayer pose. Now, because of the way my camera is, I'm going to show you how your arms are going to be before I turn around so that you can see how this pose is done. You're going to hear me say come up into this, and then you're going to interlock the fingers, and then you're going to stretch them up. Okay? So that's how we're going to start. And I'm not sure because I'm going to have my back to the camera if y'all will be able to see all of that. So I'm going to turn around And I'm going to start from prayer pose, okay? And we're gonna inhale, coming up. We're gonna interlock the fingers and bring them up. Stretch, nice deep stretch for the shoulders. Inhaling. As we exhale, we're gonna come down, and then we're gonna bend the arms. Now, if you can only get to here and your fingertips meet, that's fine. You will get to here eventually. As you do this pose, each time you do it, you want to kind of slide your fingers up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, until you can come to the center of your back and get your palms to meet. So it took me a really long time to get here, so it's always be a work in progress no matter what. So to come out of this pose, we're going to take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to start to lower the hands, and we're going to clasp the hands together as so, and then we're going to turn them. And you can do this much lower. I'm just staying this high because I'm not sure if you guys can see the floor from where you are. And then you're going to stretch the arms behind you, give the chest a stretch, and drop them down. So those are some poses that you can start working on to help alleviate some of the pressure here, mirrored, on both sides of the neck, the occipital region. It's good for the wrists too. When you do backward prayer pose, you're going to feel it in the carpal tunnel here. So if you suffer from that, that's another option for you to start doing. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, feedback, comments, etc., as always, feel free, and I will see you guys in the next clip. Have a good one.